Alright people, we're going to be taking more of this thing apart. I'm going to finally take this steering wheel off, pull more of this dash apart. I'd like to get all the dash off today if time allows. You know, there's still a good amount of stuff. The blower motor, the air box, the heater core, the airbag on the steering wheel. A good amount of stuff still coming out of this car that I'm going to keep out of the car. And we're gonna get it. Okay, so we're starting the weight today at 2582. As I keep stripping, I'll keep showing you what we got. So, as I start pulling this dash apart, I'm gonna be pulling a lot of the wiring harness off the dash, so it's all gonna be a jumbled mess. I'm not really gonna know specifically which ones are going where, or it's not gonna be as easy to remember unless I'm watching videos or whatnot. But the way I do it is I get some tape, write a little tape, and wrap it around the wires so that I can remember where they go. Okay, so I pretty much got all these wires pulled off and all the clips released, because you got a bunch of these little guys. These guys are all pinned in little holes all over the dash. And so I removed all of them, and now you can see how I have all the tape all over them. So now I know where they'll go back once I go back together. And also it'll help me to eliminate some things that I don't need. When it comes to removing the airbag off the steering wheel, there's a little trick here. So there's a little hole right in the side of the steering wheel there. Get a little tiny screwdriver. I'm using a flat blade in this case. And the airbag is getting held by these tabs here. And so what you do is you stick a little screwdriver in the hole, and I turn it sideways like this so it can actually push that bar you see in the circle there, and how it's pushing it over. And that's how it releases it off that tab. And you got to do one, you push it in, pull the one side, and then get it in the other side, and push it and pull the other side, and then it comes right off, and then you can remove the airbags by pulling up on these little tabs, and then prime, and then they have little catches on each side, which it's kind of hard to do with a camera in my hand. So it's been quite a while since I did the first part of the video, mainly because I couldn't get the steering wheel off. I need a puller. What I did try, which I don't recommend trying, is I had a piston hammer that I was using to actually whack the backside of the steering wheel there, and I was hitting it pretty hard and it wouldn't come off. Oh, yeah. And exactly, it wasn't working. So I had to borrow a puller kit from another shop that I deal with, and so they gave me the puller here. I'm going to use that to pull this wheel off the rest of the way here. All right, people. Yeah, cool. So don't do what I just did, because it just broke the clock spring in this thing. So the way this is supposed to come off, instead of this whole thing coming out like this, yeah, cool. This, yeah, the ribbon's supposed to be in there. It's not, that was never supposed to come out. The whole thing, that little connector in there gets caught by this little catch right here. So you pry up on that, and then this connector slides out that way. So yeah, otherwise don't do that, you break your shit. All right, so now I got this apart. The way you get this out, pretty simple. These little tab back here, let me zoom in on that. So right there, you pull them out. So if you're looking at it from the top, basically pull them out to the side this way, and there's one on each side. It's kind of hard to see, but if you're in there, you'll know what I'm talking about. You just pull them out, and then the whole thing slides out. I'll show you here. And it just slides off like that. All right. So now I can start pulling this power steering out.
bend it hard.
Alright, so I just pulled this little center support that held all the radio and all the controls in there. This thing's 4 pounds here. Not a big deal, but you know. What is it again? What is it?
The Mazda uses the grams method.
I love the eyeballs you're using right there. Like,
That's the method we use in the Salvo Brothers Performance Division.
Oh, this is some good footy, bro. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the people what's good. All right. So once you release these 2 bolts here and over here to drop the column some, you also need to remove the intermediate shaft bolt, which is, oh, I can't even see the damn thing.
See these tires?
Oh, there it is.
These are the ones I got.
So once you take that bolt out right there, that hole that's empty for the intermediate shaft, now there's a bolt that goes, it's the bolt, the hole right back in here. There's a bolt in there that goes all the way through to the other side of the steering box. And so I gotta pull that one out all the way to actually remove the entire steering box. So that's going to conclude this video, guys. I know it's a little shorter than normal, but I just want to make sure I'm getting content out to you guys on a regular basis as opposed to putting it all in one and doing it that way. So, you know, we didn't get very much, just got the steering column out. If you guys are liking the videos, definitely don't forget to subscribe, comment below, let me know if there's some particulars you'd like to see during this process. I'm definitely going to start tearing into the motor, well, pulling it out first. I'll do a good write-up on that and, you know, keep you updated. Later.